Guys, we're back, and we just want to say thank you for 22 viewers. The people who came, who saw it, and looked at it, checked it out. We appreciate it. But today's topic is going to be the big three saga of them. Sylarh here because he was the one that actually came up with this one because me, I've been at work, so yeah, I've been slacking, but I've been at work.
I'm a stay-at-home husband, so
yeah,
you know.
he's winning. If you can say that, he's winning. Literally. But yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. So I'm clearly clueless, so I'm just gonna go based off of reaction of what he says, and then I go from there.
So like a thought process, right?
Yeah.
The big three, right? We've got Naruto, we've got Bleach, and we've got One Piece, right?
Yeah.
How far are you into any of those?
I
know you're at the caught up of the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Yeah.
Bleach. I know you're at least caught up to the new season that's coming out.
Yeah.
Whether you've seen the new episodes or not, you're caught up.
Oh yeah, I read all that.
Well, of course you've read it, but we're not talking about manga. Because when we're talking about manga, that's a whole other conversation. Because if that's the case, we were to talk manga, we talk JJK.
Yeah, that is true.
Because that's another topic. Anyway, so like we're talking anime, right?
Yeah.
So the big three that everybody goes off of, because one case or another, it's either Bleach, Naruto, or One Piece that's dragged you into anime, right? And let's start with One Piece. Let's start with One Piece, right? Because I know you're not caught up.
Here's my opinion. I'm gonna make this short. I tried watching One Piece multiple times through my teenage days, where I felt like I Nani action fighting like anime, and I watched it multiple times just growing up, even up to like 28. It just couldn't click with me. It just was too goofy, but I respect it because it actually created some of my favorite day mangas that has fighting but is goofy like some of the others. But I've seen he knows more. He's been watching it. What are you looking at, thousands now?
So technically, I'm only caught up to the Doflamingo arc,
which is like a very
700-ish episodes.
I hear a lot of One Piece fans say that's like one of the big, like their favorite arcs.
So, like, if I'm going to talk One Piece, right, and catching up, the hardest part of One Piece is like I don't know if it's better in the the later arcs of like the Candle and the Wano arc and what's currently going on. The problem I've always had with One Piece is that it's like it feels like the arcs are too long. Right? It's like even the Doflamingo arc was like 200 plus episodes, and it's like Luffy got up to fight Doflamingo, then got like knocked off and had to run back up to him. So it's like it dragged out way too much. Like, I like One Piece. I like the concept behind One Piece, but it's like in some cases it feels way too long, right? Like, and this is where like I always feel like the other two of the big three are better off, because yes, Bleach has a lot of filler episodes, but you're only talking about like 300-400 episodes total for the show, not 1,000 plus, where it's like why isn't Luffy already fighting Doflamingo? Why isn't Luffy fighting whoever the new big bad is of the arc?
Yes.
It's and he gets to the point, and it's like you catch up to, okay, Luffy's now fighting Doflamingo. Oh wait, It's a lot of back and forth in One Piece. That's very hard. Like, I can only probably watch 200 episodes of One Piece at a given segment before I'm like, I need to watch something else because this is now starting to bore me. But like Bleach, it's like you can just skip the filler arcs and watch the 200 episodes of like the main show to get caught up to watch the 1,000-Year Blood War. So like you don't have to watch all the bullshit in between. Naruto, same thing. It's only like 600 episodes total between Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto. Well, I think Boruto's still going on. but I'm not 100% sure on that because I've not watched Boruto.
Yeah, I think they're like taking their sweet conservative time. Like if they got the funds to make it, okay, they're gonna make it and then save up again. I feel like that's what the
Now
doing.
the main thing is though is like the anime of One Piece has almost caught up to the manga to the point where the animators are like, we're taking a 6-month hiatus. We're not animating anything One Piece for 6 months because we're too close to the books to then be. We don't want to get to the point where we're like waiting for him to take a 2-week hiatus and then animate a manga chapter and then waiting 2 weeks and everything. So they're like, we're going to take 6 months off, let it keep going. Because Oda is just like, we're 87% or 80% through the whole thing. Like, it's almost done.
Only 80?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, you gotta give it to Oda, though.
But jeez. That man
Oh my God,
really lengthen himself down.
man, what the fuck, man?
You gotta give it to Oda, though.
It's
Right?
20%.
You tell me there's not a single anime in the history of anything that's gone 1,000+ episodes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other anime out there that's done it. Like Dragon Ball, and again, this is coming into the father anime. Like if you go far enough back, the main anime that got people into anime is Dragon Ball. And then the final gateway would be the big three, which is going to be your One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. But it's like, even Dragon Ball itself, you know, realistically only had 170 episodes total for Dragon Ball. 298 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. And then Dragon Ball Super only has 130 episodes currently. There's still the manga that's ongoing that goes all the way up to like the introduction of Black Frieza or the Gas Saga, however you want to call it. But even those shows, like between Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto, they're still nowhere close to the 1,000 episodes of One Piece. When we're at 1,100 episodes of One Piece.
Goddamn.
Like if you're a new manga fan, if you're
1,500.
If you're a new manga fan, right, a manga or anime fan, and you were just trying to get into One Piece, you're spending a year. If you were to do nothing else outside of your work schedule, you're spending a year watching One Piece from start to caught up.
That, man, that's like what, every day maybe?
Yeah, that's watching like 10 to 15 episodes a day, Monday through Sunday. Right? That's saying you work a normal 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday.
Jeez.
Right? Even if your 9-to-5 job is Saturday through Thursday or Saturday through Wednesday, or whatever it is. Like if you're watching 10 to 15 episodes, because you're talking about 22 minutes an episode, right? That's 220 minutes a day. So you're spending 3 to 4 hours watching a day. Of that, you're spending a year if you were to start One Piece today to get caught up.
Yeah.
And now what is it? That new they're reanimating the first 400 episodes.
Yeah.
To be modernized anime
By Wit Studio, guys. I don't know if you know who Wit Studio is, but they have done very famous works like the one that kind of recently concluded. It was very anticlimactic. Attack on Titan.
You know, I haven't finished Attack on Titan, and the reason I haven't finished Attack on Titan is because I read the manga.
Yeah.
And
oh boy,
I read the manga up to where it was current, and this was like 7 years ago that I finished the manga.
Yeah.
And I know there's more after where I finished to, but it's like that time skip where it's just like Eren goes from being like 16 to like 26. So now he's only got like 3 years left on his life. And it's like that time skip bothered me because there's so much shit that should have happened in between that they're just like, fuck it, we're skipping it. And just, oh, now he's on the main continent.
Yeah.
So Attack on Titan was a fantastic manga. It was a fantastic anime. But the time skip ruined it.
Yeah, I remember a lot of the fans were very pissed about that. But you know, when it comes to the big three, I personally here's my spiel. I in the beginning when the big three came out, I favored Naruto more. Especially the video games. Video games always favored in just Naruto in general. But then to me, as I got a little bit older and like started becoming a teenager, it got like I don't know, I guess like during my life I was just like I can't stand when people repeat stuff, you know? Like when some people like you got that one friend that always repeating themselves and you be like, okay, dude, I got it, like dang. Like I felt like Naruto chasing after Sasuke is like kept repeating. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool, but I was just like, dude, this is like getting on my nerves. But I know there's more to it than that, and I respect that. Like, there's like a deeper like.
Oh yeah, the Fourth Ninja War is fantastic.
Yeah, now that's phenomenal. That's like that's probably like one of my most favorite parts in just all of Naruto. But what's funny is that Bleach. This is gonna be disrespectful. But listen, okay, I'm a Bleach fan now because I knew that I missed out as a kid, as a teenager. When I was a kid and a teenager, I said, Bleach, what is this lame ass show coming on with these weird looking characters? And as soon as I even see him pull out this sword that I thought looked like a pencil thin triangle, I was like, click. Like, and me and my older cousin used to watch it, and every time we see it, we was like, we watched it and we gave it a chance. It was like Ichigo in high school life, and we was like, okay, we don't see no action. Then when we saw the action, it wasn't as.
It sounds like you were watching the Bounce Saga.
Oh no, it was like the first season.
The first season was fantastic.
Wait, I know I'm talking about like before he got his Soul Reaper powers.
He got that in episode 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because at that time, when I was younger, I was like a first episode, like first couple of minutes means a lot to me because I was like, nah, I'm gonna find some other anime. But that's when Father of Anime, Dragon Ball, overruled that. And then it's like, well, I'm the father of anime, but hey, there's two of me. My generation, generation was Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Mine was Dragon Ball Z. That was mine.
So I mean, this is kind of where it comes into play, though. Like, right? Because then, like, this is not to date myself, but I'm going to date myself in this, right? So you couldn't watch Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball GT, which, mind you, by the time I got into Dragon Ball GT was over. Mm-hmm. It was done. But it wasn't translated and airing in the US until I was an adult. Mm-hmm. Right? So the hardest part of it is like, even if you got into Bleach, you got into Dragon Ball, Naruto, or anything else of the sort, we didn't have the access to Crunchyroll, High Dive, YouTube, or anything else of the sort. So you were watching it on Cartoon Network, Toonami. So if you weren't tuning in daily, and even then, Dragon Ball Z only had up to the part of the Frieza saga where Piccolo got wished back and became part with Nail and fought Frieza in his second form that you were allowed to watch, and then it restarted back over to the beginning of the Saiyan saga. So Bleach only aired its like first 60 episodes on Cartoon Network and kept repeating. So you would only get to the point where like it's like, oh, we've got to go save Rukia, and then he would get like to Rukia, and then it would like flash to the Bounce saga, the Bounce arc, and like repeat. So it's like you weren't getting much of the actual like seasons and arcs and everything else. You were getting to a certain point and then restarting and watching it again because the licensing wasn't there for Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It's like now if you're getting into anime today and you're a teenager and you don't have much to do, you can literally binge watch every anime from start to finish that we had to wait years to get.
Yes.
It's like when you talk about Naruto, we didn't even get Naruto Shippuden in a way that you could watch it. You had to like go online and dial up internet 56K and hit load and wait 45 minutes for it to load 10 minutes of the show and then like pause it 2 minutes in to let it load the rest of the show to be able to watch the 20-minute episode. So, and that wasn't even legal. You were watching it on a pirated site because there was no site in the US that was legal to watch Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece concurrent legally. You were watching it on some third-party site of somebody that downloaded it and uploaded it, and you were watching it there. Almost as if you were watching like somebody that went to the movie theater with a webcam and was like, or a camera and like recording the new movie in their like coat pocket and just be like.
Sometimes they be doing a pretty good job. You know, the camera be doing good quality, but then sometimes it's like.
But then you just watch the random guy walk to get popcorn.
Then you be like, the camera just like unfocuses. You be like, yep.
Yeah. No, that was the situation back in the day. Like with the big three, like I've not finished Naruto Shippuden. I'm still in the 4th Ninja War, where Naruto's running around in Ninetales mode, just one tapping everyone. And it's like I don't watch Naruto in sub. I watch Naruto in dub, and a lot of people are gonna give me hate for that. A lot of people are gonna give me hate for watching dub anime. But it's not so much that I watch dub anime because it's better. Because it's not. Anime either way, whether it's in sub or dub, is great. The problem I have is though, is like most of the time that I'm watching anime, I'm also playing a video game. So I want to be able to watch. I want to be able to hear what's going on without having to solely focus on it, so I can accomplish 2 tasks at once between the games I'm playing. So it's like when I watch things, like it took forever for me to be able to watch Naruto Shippuden in dub because Hulu only had up to episode 130 in dub, and then they didn't even have the sub, so you'd have to go to Crunchyroll to watch it, and Crunchyroll doesn't offer the dub version of it. It only offers the sub version of it.
Yes. We subbers be winning sometimes. Pros of it, we get to see our episodes or the newest episodes right then and there. But the cons of it is that you be eagerly waiting daily for that next episode because you're so used to reading subs.
Yeah. I mean, this is about the biggest problem I always have with sub in anything, because I don't have a problem with people that watch sub or watch dub. I don't have that distinction. It's like, oh, you're one of those crap people that only watch dub or only watch sub. It's like you have to imagine with the amount of stuff that you've got going on a daily basis. Like, can you imagine if like the new episode of whatever you're trying to watch is only in sub and you're at work and your job, it doesn't require you to like 100% focus, but you can't watch the sub version of that episode because you also have to kind of focus on work. It's like you spend, it's a 22-minute episode, but you spend 3 hours watching it because you have to constantly rewind to read what the fuck's happening. So it's one of those situations where it's like, I like waiting for the dub version of things to come out so I can watch it while playing a video game or doing something else. I do a lot of D&D prep for Dungeons and Dragons, so I like, if I'm putting anime on while I'm writing up my notes for what's going on while I'm reading a thing, I can't read what I'm doing D&D and read what's going on in the anime. It's like if I spoke Japanese, sure, it'd be easy. But my other side of that coin is like, you're watching an anime. Is 90% of what you're doing while watching that anime is reading the subtitles? So the action's up here, but you're like, subtitles. What is he saying in the middle of this combat? Oh, you suck at fighting. You can't do shit. You're terrible at your attacks. What did I miss on his attack that was so terrible? Oh, wait, let me rewind. He didn't even attack yet. The fuck? That's where my problem comes in with sub-anime, right? Like, it's not that sub-anime is bad, but, like, if you don't speak Japanese, and you don't hear Japanese to be able to translate it in your head to English, you're reading sub, and you're focusing on the subtitle while the combat's going on, so you have to rewind 10 seconds to see what happened for that line of text to make sense.
Yeah, like out of the big three, I'll probably say that I seen One Piece a few episodes when I tried to watch it in the English in the beginning. Okay, I was fine with the dub. Didn't like the sub because it was just the voices was weird and stuff like that. And then when I got to Naruto, I was like, okay, the English voice actors, like, great. One Piece voice actors, great. But when it was in the subs, I was like, nah, I never did Bleach, so I don't have really no say so. But when I watch Bleach in the sub, it's like not that bad. But yeah, I can definitely see that is a fault when watching the sub. But Dragon Ball Z is just like, for my generation, I could just watch it in dub and just be perfectly fine and understand it. No rewinding or anything. And that's why it's called.
That's because Sean Schemmel is like there will never be a better Goku than Sean Schemmel.
He is the one and only. He's like the like, I don't know if you guys been saying, but this is like a quick off topic.
I think I have his name right. I think it's Sean Schemmel.
Yeah, this is like a quick off topic subject that relates towards what we're talking about, like how Sean Schemmel is playing as Goku's voice actor. He has like the King of Pop, Michael Jackson effect. Like when Michael Jackson performs at his concerts, people pass out. People go to the hospital, and then there's people all around the world tuning in. Like one guy said that for every second he performed, he was getting paid $1 million. So apply that to Sean Schemmel.
I might be mispronouncing his last name, but it's Sean Schemmel.
Sean Schemmel, or Goku's voice actor. That's just how his voice was in English, and to like people who spoke English. It's just like, oh, I don't even need to like watch it while I'm doing something else. You could hear like the like you just be, oh, okay, and it's just a lot easier.
I don't know. So like here's the hardest part of anything, right? And I'll say this: Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super voice actors have the hardest voice acting job, because you imagine the voice actor that does Frieza, where he's in that like 6 minute straight power up phase where Goku's like, I want to beat you at your best, and he's just like, Argh. I want you to scream for 6 minutes straight without breathing.
Yes.
Try it. I dare you. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work well.
It ain't gonna work well. He's telling the truth. It's like, not gonna work well.
The Dragon Ball is the in most cases, a lot of people hate Dragon Ball anime because they have those like 6 minute power up things of like somebody just like charging up to become their strongest. But you show me a voice actor better than that, because I'll wait. You're not going to. Like people were doing a comparison to Sean Schemmel versus the voice actor for the English version of Solo Leveling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's not been a point in history that anybody screamed longer than Goku has while powering up. Straight. And it's not one of those things where he's like, ah, cut. Ah, it's one take.
Pretty much.
So it's like, it's a rough situation in that sense.
Pretty much. And hence the father of the big three, the father of modern day anime.
Yeah.
I will say that The big three influenced which modern day animes that I've read. Bleach, you already know, definitely Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJK, Chainsaw Man,
Chainsaw
anything
Man.
that has to do with like immense blood and gore,
Yeah,
Bleach influenced.
and darkness, darkness, and
Yeah.
that's like I just fell into that category and stuff. When I think Naruto, I'm thinking more animes that's like.
Hunter x Hunter, anything that's got like
Look,
a
isn't Hunter x Hunter
child.
before Naruto?
No,
Oh,
no,
oh,
no. But you like Naruto. You take any like uh young teen, early teen to adult teen anime, and Naruto influenced it.
yeah, that is true because we are in those teenage years.
Yeah.
The relationships between like people you care about, people you don't care about, stuff that you're not learning. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So like if you were to take the big three and divide it up into like your animes to branch out, right? Naruto is gonna be anything that has to do with a child, early teen, late teen, anime, right? You take Bleach and it's anything that goes into a gory anime because Bleach was the first one that like really
yes,
really brought in blood and gore into animes, right? Because I
yes,
mean, where else are you gonna get Renji that just like sends like 37 blades through your shoulder and you're still standing,
yeah,
right?
definitely,
And then you go into One Piece. Like One Piece has to do with any of your like quirky, goofy animes that have to go off with characters that don't make a whole lot of sense but make sense.
and hence. See, this is what's gonna be funny. Y'all gonna probably try to look at me, try to roast me, so don't come for me, okay? Because y'all not about that. I was like, I'm just playing with you.
Come for him.
No, don't
What's he
do
gonna
that.
do? What's he gonna do?
No,
Nothing.
nothing. I'm just a nice person. Anyways, that's where I give respects to One Piece for creating Sakamoto Days because Sakamoto Days, the characters is
Never read
goofy,
it, never seen it, never anything.
goofy. They kind of don't make sense, but then they do make sense, and like that's just the goofy aspect. Now, when it comes down to it, Sakamoto Days, I feel like it definitely has some bleach in it. It has the so imagine having the blood of bleach, but the hand to hand combat. Like, what was the best hand to hand combat? Naruto versus Sasuke. That's like one of the best ones in Naruto.
I mean, if we were comparing One Piece wise, it'd probably be
like just true smooth hand to hand combat that
See,
let
I never thought
fans.
Naruto had great hand to hand combat.
Well, like that
If
is.
I'm
It was
gonna
always
go,
fast.
if I was
Yeah.
gonna go like straight hand to hand combat, I would go One Piece, and I would have gone like Luffy versus the Shark King. I can't remember his name now, but he like was it U something Oolong?
I never seen that, so I don't know.
It's the arc that like Nami betrays anything. But I mean, it's like you talk about Sakamoto Days. Like again, I've not read the manga,
Check it out.
and the anime's just now getting animated, so it's not
I
even
told
out yet.
y'all, all of us fans every day on Twitter saying this should be animated. It took like almost a year and a half, but they listened to us fans.
So it's like I mean, Luffy versus anyone in One Piece. The reason I would never say is like 'cause I never thought Naruto had great hand to hand combat in a sense because it's like everyone in Naruto tends to just use their one ability over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So like
Okay, if I say
it's like you show me it as soon as Naruto learns Rasengan, you show me a single time he's not trying to use that in every fight.
okay, so this is what's crazy, right? Now hear me out. We're talking about the old school big three and the father, but we know that there's already been like people saying, "Hey, we already know what the new big three is, and it's pretty noticeable."
And what do you consider the new big three?
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to know. What's your new big three?
that is gonna be a whole another video
No.
for
It's
another
perfect
day.
timing right now. We're talking about the
because
original big three and his father. What's your big three currently? Come on.
Nope.
Come
We're gonna
on.
do that's a whole nother video because we're gonna get in some we're gonna end up with.
Because he only has one big three.
No, I mean I have some other big threes.
What's your big three now? If you were a new generation getting an anime, what's the new big three?
That is a whole nother video.
No, it's not a whole nother video. Don't let him cop out. What's the new big three?
No, I mean
We already know JJK is gonna be on there.
yeah, so that is one without.
What's the other two?
The other two, oh, you already know, is My Hero Academia, and a third one. I don't know. Sometimes I still feel like, because you got these newer generation of kids coming nowadays, I still feel like, One Piece, because it's adapting its animation style to like a more modern look, you could still say I'm still the father of the new gen, but, I'm still like, yeah, I can still be considered the big three, or I'd probably say a third one that a lot of audiences like. I feel like it's more like magic stuff now. Like, like Frederin and Jabba's reincarnation. I feel like it's more like anime is starting to head more towards that. So I'll probably say Frederin.
Frederin, like
Frederin.
The beginning after the end?
Yeah,
the journey at the
because if you actually look at it, because I follow a lot of facts and anime number statistics like on Twitter, and Frederin, man, like sales, mangas, they were like killing it. Reviews, views on televised. People on Twitter was like, "Oh, we want a season 2." It took them like, dang, okay, they like this. Hey guys, let's have a meeting. Yeah, 3 months. Let's take a little break. 3 months. We gonna do this in 3 months. Yeah. Hey guys, season 2 is announced, and then wow, just the popularity and the people going to support. So it's just like.
So your new big three is Jujutsu Kaisen, Frederin, and what?
It was My Hero Academia.
My Hero. Okay, so I'm gonna disagree with his big three completely. All out, right? Because My Hero's been out for a long time, right? And its fan base, like if you go to any like Comic-Con, everyone says the most overhyped or the worst anime out there is My Hero, mainly because of the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if you haven't Googled the fan base to My Hero Academia, and even Jujutsu Kaisen has some where it's like there's like, so I found out the reason why My Hero was hated.
Mm-hmm.
As much is because like apparently some girl took a Bakugo figurine and like took her tampon out and squirted period blood all over it because like Bakugo is whatever. And the same thing happened to Gojo where it's like all the women were just like, Gojo, come here, Gojo.
Yeah, that is true.
So like if I was gonna say the newer big three of anime, right, of the things that are coming out and everything of the sort, like if you're a new teenager getting into anime, your big three is going to be massively different than what the original big three are. And it's like, I'll give JJK its spot in 4th place. And the reason I put it in 4th place, not in the big top 3, is because a lot of people haven't read the manga enough to know why it should be in the top 3.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
Like before Gege like concluded JJK, it was like the way that Sylarh said it, it was like people just only focus on anime. They didn't focus on the manga. When Gege started writing it, that's when people was like, "Oh wow, this is what's this everybody talking about? Oh, it's getting." A lot more readers, and then you have a lot more leakers, and then it was trending on Twitter a lot. So yeah, that's definitely understandable.
JJK, I think like after the Culling Games is where it fell off.
Yeah.
I think Gege didn't know where he wanted to go, so he just started putting shit out and hoped for the best.
Yeah, I'd probably say that it was still pretty cool to see Yuji hit like 7 black flashes just out of nowhere. Good times. That was actually
That's
good
a
chapter.
spoiler, by the way.
Yeah, that was actually a really good chapter. I mean, that chapter, those 2 chapters back to back, or 3, I think, was just wild.
So the reason why I think the big 3 would change dramatically off of like current anime that's out is I think you would have to go isekai, right? Sure. And I think your number 1 is going to be that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I had a friend. He was at work. He was like a dock driver, like a truck driver. He always asked me, "Have you seen Reincarnated as a Slime?" And I'm just like,
it's
dude,
a fantastic anime.
I'm just like,
it is.
I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is probably me. I'm being set in my old ways. That's a con, okay? I'm set in my old ways. I don't want to change. I'm more of the. I like the type of isekai animes that's like not like that. It's a little bit too like kind of goofy. Like I need more. I'm more of a human like figure. Like
If you say ReZero,
no,
we're gonna have a long conversation about why you're wrong.
And no, we're not gonna have a long conversation because I have to make sure this thing gets in really good high quality. Yes, I do the video editing. But anyways, what's it? Isekai, The Eminence and Shadow. That is like, you got Sword Art Online.
Well, Sword Art's not isekai.
It's not this. Well, it gives off sometimes the theme of it.
I don't think so, right?
No, I'm just saying like the character Kirito, he thinks of it kind of like as isekai sometimes, but he knows it's a game. He kind of gives off that, but sorry, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, we get back on topic.
He's wrong. No matter how you want to phrase it, he's wrong there.
Okay.
Nani?
Whatever you guys want to say, anyways. But anyways,
Sword Art's probably one of the most hated animes in existence.
Yes, and that is going to be
sad.
That's going to be
fantastic anime.
Okay, we talked about that in our first video. We're continuing back on topic. But yeah, The Image and the Shadow. That's definitely one of my most favorites because it was like, dang, the character died, and it came back, and then
there's season 3 on its way.
Yeah, and I highly advise you guys go watch because it's a sleeper anime. Nobody didn't know about it. It was only on like exclusively like High Dive.
Season 2's only on High Dive. Yeah, season 1 you can catch on, I think, on Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Hulu.
Yeah, and you seen
I've seen season 1. I've not seen season 2 yet.
Have you seen some of the
High Dive?
If you've seen some of season 2, it's some of the most funniest, but kind of like Batman themed, like during season 2. But season 1.
Season 1's fantastic. So here's the thing about Eminence and Shadow and why I think it would fall into the probably top 5 top isekai animes is because he's stupid as fuck.
Yes, this man
thinks
he's in the video
playing
game
along with them.
Yeah,
but he's the background character when he's really just that fucking powerful.
Yeah, and he kind of does it. He was like, sometimes the way he talks, he'd be like this, "Oh, I'm just a regular NPC. Let me try to respond like this." And these are real people in the world that's like real. Like imagine yourself like being reincarnated and you looking at us like NPCs, but we're actually like real. Like, hey man, what's up? Do you see that anime? That anime was shit. Like,
yeah,
stuff like that. Definitely top 5.
Will bring me to the new top 3. Right?
He's getting sleepy. This man's been putting in work. He's been having a wonderful time gaming. I've been hearing him like, "Oh, what game were you playing back there?"
Oh, that's the League of Legends we were playing.
He's playing League of Legends.
But so we're not gonna talk about League of Legends because that's a long conversation.
We need a video about that.
But like again, in the big top 3 of the newer generation, I would put That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime.
I agree with that one.
Right. I would put Eminence Shadow in the top 5, but not top 3.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like the character's broken, but he's not like opening. But Moonlit Fantasy would be in the top 3.
See, with the I don't know anything about these animes except for
If he's not seen Moonlit Fantasy, he has no idea what he's missing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
because it's like the character. The main premise of it, episode 1. I'm not gonna give details away for this 2 seasons. Episode 1, he gets killed by the biggest killer in any isekai anime ever, a truck.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes in front of the goddess who's summoning heroes to come defeat the demon lord. She looks at him and calls him ugly as fuck and says, nope. And kicks him out. And like, he's broken as shit. And he winds up landing and having to defeat a dragon. And he's dealing with like he was kicked out to the outskirts of the demon lord realm. And he's just like, the fuck? What? Son of...
Oh, snap.
Moonlight Fantasy absolutely takes another spot in the top big 3 of this generation of animes.
Mm-hmm.
And like the third spot that I would have to put in there is I want to say it's, I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna have to Google the name of it because I don't want to get it wrong.
Oh boy. Boy. He has to Google it, guys. Is that what the world? Oh. Say, what the heck was that? By the way, you guys, a little bit off topic, but part of the big 3. What was you? Bleach took forever to make a video game, like an anime video game. But they have One Piece video games and they have Naruto video games. I haven't really played the One Piece, but I do like the open world look of it. I was thinking about maybe playing it.
There it is.
Yeah. What is it?
Hang on. It's...
But anyways, I like the Naruto ones, the Naruto video games. But I was weird. Like, I like the Naruto video game telling the story rather than watching the anime. Am I weird for that? I feel like I'm one of those few people. Sorry, let's just get back on topic.
No, what were you saying?
No.
Alright, so it's chilling in another world with level 2 super cheap powers. It's the light novel. It follows a character that got isekai, like some other guy was really good. If you haven't seen it, you need to add it to your watch list and watch it because it is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's one of those animes where it's like, this guy just like, in one of the episodes, like, the human realm shows up and be like, hey, if you're not going to join us, you're an enemy, we're going to kill you. And he's just like, I'm not dealing with this. So, like, he's already set up a house and farm fields and everything else. And he's just like, yo, we're farming. We're trying to live our normal life. We're not doing anything. We're not fighting for the good guys. We're not fighting for the bad guys. We're not doing shit. We're just going to live our lives. And they're like, if you're not helping us, you're against us. We're here to kill you. And he's just like, nah. And he, like, teleports the land and the farming shit. Like, it's like when he teleports all the shit, it's like the guys are still sitting there and it's like all the land that are around them. It's like the sections of, like, the corn, the cabbage, the lettuce, the tomatoes. All that shit is teleported in sections to his new zone. It's a fantastic anime. I love it. It's only 12 episodes currently out. The manga's great. Go. But, like, if you're talking about the new big 3, it's all going to be based off isekai animes.
Yeah. He knows more of, like, he's, like, I don't know, I guess I'm still stuck in, like, my old ways, I guess, because due to my mom and dad, they were more, like, dark fighting, horror, and sci-fi. So, I'll just, like, that's why I said stuff like My Hero Academia and stuff like that.
The problem with My Hero Academia and why it shouldn't be ever in anybody's top 3 for, like, the newest thing is, like, it takes forever to get from point A to point B, right? The main point is, like, Midori to fight All for One, or One for All, right? Like, it's the whole thing of All for One versus One for All. Right, it's like that whole build-up. But it's like it takes forever for them to get to like episode where he's like going to school to like him actually getting to the point of fighting Tomoroshi Araki.
Spoiler. Even though
if you haven't caught up on My Hero at this point, and I'm not talking about season 7. I'm talking about up to the point where he's like goes into like the whole like Deku like rabbit hair or the rabbit hood. If you haven't caught up to that at this point, where they took like a 2-year hiatus, you're never gonna catch up.
Yeah, that and the Rabbit Hood. There's speaking of the Rabbit Hood, I like the other one where he was going through those dark times.
Yeah,
that was like the best one. It's technically 2 forms. There's his like, hi, I want to be like All Might. You know the one.
And I can do this on my own.
Yeah, he can do this on his own. So like, and then you have the one where Deku's like, man, he just savage. If he had like a Batman theme, he's like, man, fuck these villains. I'm about to go out here and try to. He had that like, man, fuck these villains. But he's like, I'm a hero. I can't kill them, or I can't like beat their ass too bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my problem with My Hero is like. Getting from in school to where they are now took way too long.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the shit that happened could have been explained, and maybe the manga's better because I have not read the manga because like
I have.
And the manga doesn't allow me to read it on Manga Reader without like paying the $6 a month. I'm only paying $3 a month.
Yeah.
But like,
let me think about that.
I think like the biggest problem with My Hero is like it takes too long to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
In this day and age, the hardest part of being an anime fan, living in the world of like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Facebook Reels, like you're expecting all the information to come at you as fast as possible to keep you entertained. But My Hero takes forever to get there.
That is true.
Which is why I think the 3 animes that I listed, because like the time I got reincarnated as a slime, yes, the first 3 episodes are slow, but everything after that is fast. The shit, I already forgot the other 2. Or the Chilling in the Other World. Everything happens in the 12 episodes really fast. In Moonlight Fantasy, everything happens really fast. Like, it's constantly gripping you. Whereas, like, My Hero is, like, especially when they get into, like, the slower things of, like, hey, let's go on this camping trip. And it's, like, 3 episodes of bullshit in the camping trip and then shit goes south. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of shit you didn't need to get you to the shit going south.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was a small little roasting feud between Oda and Kohei Hirokoshi. I remember that because it was on Twitter too. It was like actually them roasting each other. It was like Oda was like, it must be nice to be struggling to make longer chapters like me. And he was like, yeah, but your chapters are too long and people are like fed up with reading it.
Yeah, but
I'm not lying. It was a real tweet. It was a real tweet. Like, and someone like translated it what they said to each other. 100% real. It was like early 2024. Like,
yeah, like the Doflamingo arc in One Piece could have been like 60 episodes shorter and probably 20 chapters shorter, right? Because they break it down. It's like when you watch an anime of One Piece, it's like a chapter and a half per anime episode. But it's like, there's a lot of shit that didn't need to be in there. Like, there's like a good 6 minutes in the Doflamingo arc of like Usopp being the coward bitch that he is. Like, we all know Usopp's a coward.
oh boy.
We know Usopp's never going to have a redeeming factor to him. He's always going to be like, he goes in there and lies to his fucking teeth like he's like the coolest person ever. And then the second something goes south, he's just like, I can't help, I can't do anything, I can't. For 6 minutes straight. And it's like, then he like has a moment of redeeming factor and then he just gets smacked in the face, and he's just like... And then you go back to fucking Luffy doing shit.
Well, yeah. See, that's why
That's the only downside I have of One Piece. I think I think Usopp's character is absolutely fucking useless in the entire fucking manga.
Yeah, like that.
The entire fucking anime, he's useless.
Like that. That's one thing that like, and then me. That's why honestly, it's just like when it came to the big three, it's like who I favored was like
Bleach and fucking
Naruto, because that goofiness and shit like that, I would have been like, as a teenager, I would be like, dude, I would be like, dude, this is what waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, you think about it, though. It's like, Naruto has filler episodes, right? Mm-hmm. But Naruto's 400 episodes long from start to finish. Mm-hmm. Right? You can cut out probably like 500 episodes of One Piece. Mm-hmm. And not be missing much.
That is true. That is true. That's why I like the other two.
Dragon Ball Z, the father of all anime, in a sense, right? Dragon Ball is 130 episodes. Dragon Ball Z is 296 episodes. Dragon Ball Super is 130 episodes. So you're talking maybe 600 episodes total, right? And there's not much you can cut out of it to make it shorter. Like Dragon Ball Z Kai shrunk the Cell Saga backwards down to like 96 episodes, right? And the last 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Z is the Buu Saga.
Yes, and believe if we're talking about hand-to-hand choreography, that's why Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super is the father. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, One Piece does its thing, Bleach does its thing, Naruto does its thing, but everybody knows that, you know, it's that moment where everybody's looking at something, like they're all like in astonishment and that they're concentrated because they're so in it. Yeah. The Cell games, Goku versus Cell.
Gohan versus Cell.
Gohan versus Cell. Everybody was just like just
yeah, you're stuck into it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's probably a lot harder for the newer generation, the younger people, to get into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because like it's not that instant gratification that you get from most animes where they solve everything in a few episodes. And it's like you talk about like the Namek saga taking like 60, 70 episodes to get through, and it's like it's a long drawn out period where like if you were to take Dragon Ball Z and put it to the new generation, Dragon Ball probably would be like 86 episodes total if you were to cut it down and get rid of a lot of the useless stuff. Like you cut out like the whole Vegeta Nappa landing on that bug planet. You cut out like Gohan's training and just to like insinuate it and give it like a quick 2-minute montage. Like, if you were to, like, shrink everything down and reanimate it and redo it and remake everything, you can make it probably about 86 episodes instead of 296.
And here's my question. So, that's where you would think that... Well, it's not even a question. I wouldn't mind watching it like that format.
Probably not. It'd probably be really good.
Yeah.
Because you can skip Frieza's, like, second and third form because it's, like, drawn out. You can just, like, get him from first to fourth form real quick. Goku going Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 2. You can cut out the whole training setup of...
Yes, and that's why, like, the what ifs. If you guys like how Sylarh said it, sparking 0. Oh, but no, he said this before we started recording. You want to explain it? I mean, like, have you...
No, I've not touched it because I'm not spending $70 on a game.
Have you at least played? How many hours have you played?
I've not touched it at all.
Okay, so I have put in hours as a teenager.
I'm going to need you to send me that, like, as a, like, add me to your family plan so I can mess with it. But like here's the thing though, like Sparking 0 puts a lot of what if situations. What if Nappa survived and Vegeta didn't?
Yes, and
where would that go? Or what if it was Goku that beat Cell or Vegeta that beat Cell? Like this.
Yes.
I like Sparking Zero because I've not played it. I've only seen clips on YouTube.
Oh, true OG Budokai Tenkaichi gamer right here.
And it's like I played the very first Dragon Ball video game that I ever played was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
Okay.
Tell me what system that was on.
No,
No. Come on. What system was it on?
You do know Budokai Tenkaichi, like, that's what Sparking Zero is based off of, right?
What was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout on?
I mean, I can't help it that you're old. I don't remember that.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PlayStation.
Not PlayStation 2, not PS3, not PS4.
He's
not PS4.
forgetting that
PlayStation. Yeah, I'm old as fuck comparison to this guy.
See, that's why I was looking at him. I was like, I really don't know, man. Like
the Meteor system.
I came from the PlayStation 2 era. Like, that's what I grew up on. But
let's date myself. My very first console was the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Damn. I don't even know what that even looked like.
It was directional, up, down, left, right. Not diagonal. It didn't go left and right. You couldn't move diagonal. You could only go up, down, left, right. And it had A, B, start, select. So back, what was it? Back, down, up, down, back, right, B. Was one of the fucking original Contra cheat codes. Man, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But it's like up down or up down back forward back B A or some shit like that. It was the original code system on the original Nintendo Entertainment System that came out in 1985, a year before I was born. And yes, that was my first entertainment system, and I played the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Suck my balls.
He means y'all.
I'm old. No, I'm talking to him.
Nah, he means
because he
y'all.
grew up on the PlayStation 2 era.
And that's what Sparking Zero's based off of. Like, the theme of it. Like, the combat style system, everything. But, yeah.
I disagree. Like, they can say all they want. It's off of, like, the Budokai system. It's nowhere fucking near it. There's so much more shit in there. It's like saying, it's like, oh, the Tekken 8 is based off of, like, the Tekken 2. No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. It's nowhere near it.
Have you played Tenkaichi?
Tenkaichi?
Yeah.
Like back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that Sparking Zero from the people that I've seen play on it. It has no fucking system near the same. They have a fusion system that didn't exist in Tenkaichi back on PlayStation 2.
I'm talking about like in battle.
Yeah. The battle system is way different.
I totally disagree.
Well, we can fight over it.
Nah, because this is, I want this to be an hour video because I have to edit all this once again. And we got less than 3 minutes left. So.
Tenkaichi is nowhere near what fucking Sparking Zero is. It might have taken the base premises, but there's a lot more features in Sparking Zero than there are in Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Case in point, it's not based off of it. It's its own system using the premise. It's not based.
Exactly. That's what I was basically going to say.
Yeah.
So
Sparking Zero has a lot more in depth to it that like if I could afford $70, we'd talk.
And guess what? It was the best selling game on Steam, fighting game of this year, and kind of all time.
Well, I mean, it's very easy to be that.
I mean, yeah.
It's very easy to be that because, like, you talk about all the previous fighting games that came out on systems.
You
got Tekken, Virtua Fighter, and DOA, and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, speaking of that.
No one gave a shit about the last Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I feel bad for Mortal Kombat. I feel bad for y'all. Okay, me and him, we both, we very rarely simp. I think, like, we had, like, another... Something like, I think you was telling me something like anime that you can kind of sympathize with the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very rarely now that we do that because stuff. But I simp for Mortal Kombat fans. That game was
dog shit.
Yeah. They had a tournament and only like.
Didn't Sonic Fox drop out quickly out of it?
Yeah. It was like, I think he dropped out or he won it so fast. It was like what? Because they had like the Evo World Tour for fighting games and how many registrants. I think they had like 200 or 453.
Yeah, it's very small.
Tekken 8, 4,000, like 100 or 600, and Street Fighter was like 6,000. So it was like, ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, you break it down. You like the problem that any of those fighting games have is like.
But what do you think is Mortal Kombat's though?
Mortal Kombat's problem?
Yeah, it's just specific.
It's the M rating. Is Tekken M rating? No. Why? Because there's not a whole bunch of like you break down Mortal Kombat, right? Where they have like the skull breaking, the bone breaking, and everything else. It's the M rating.
Yeah.
You effectively cut out like 50% of we'll say 80% of your sales.
Yeah,
because now it requires M rating.
Yeah.
And with the cancel culture that we're in today.
Yeah, like Tekken 8 and Tekken and was it Street Fighter really shine? And Street Fighters
they were a team.
Yeah,
very easy for parents to just let their kids play that shit.
Yes.
It's the same reason why Grand Theft Auto is famous as shit, but when you put an M rating on games, when the game is graphic because it's designed to be towards the adult side of things, you lose 80% of your player base.
Yeah.
Right, because realistically, you break it down. Right, who's got more than 6 hours a day to play video games?
Unless teenagers, or unless you are a streamer. But anyways,
you're talking about 1% of players.
1%. We're getting back on this topic, okay? Because I have to edit all this shit, okay? Anyways, So if you had to choose your final take, like in a chart, we'll say, because we all know they're very popular, they're iconic in their own way. We're gonna say Triple S is like you're the top dog.
Are we talking about animes or video games?
Animes, because we're concluding like for the big three, just the big three, because we already know who's the new father out of the big three.
Wait, who's the new father of the big three?
Come on now.
Come on. Tell me.
You already know it's One Piece. That's without a doubt.
And I was gonna say the new father of the big three is Demon Slayer.
He is definitely not wrong. That's a whole nother video though, which I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be about 99.9% Demon Slayer.
We'll make sure the next topic we talk about Demon Slayer.
Just Demon Slayer. But yeah, so we got Triple S basically.
We're going new gen then?
No. We just like we're looking so out of the big three, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
So if I had to rate the big three in order,
yeah,
it'd be Bleach, Naruto, One Piece.
So like Bleach is number one.
Bleach is number one.
Number two is Naruto, and number three is One Piece.
Yep.
And with me, yeah. Same.
There's no way to go about it.
There's just no way to go about it.
Right? Because like you can complete Bleach in a 3-month time, even working a full-time job. You can complete Naruto in a 3-month time, even working a full job. One Piece, you're spending a year watching.
Bruh. I have co-workers. We respect One Piece. He definitely respects it because he's watching.
Yeah.
What you say? 500, 600?
I finished the Doflamingo arc, which I think is 768.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Y'all can try and roast and come for me, but I don't give a shit. I only watched the episode of when he went against what's that? Kaido?
Kaido? That's recent.
Yeah, so no, because it got so hyped.
Oh, because it went fifth.
Yeah, it got so hyped, so it was like, okay, you know, me and him, if we were to like be like, okay, who's the all-time iconic in anime? Goku versus Luffy, or Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super versus
we were
One
going
Piece.
most iconic ever.
Yeah, there was an actual battle. See, I'm a Twitter kind of like person that's always reading, but there was an actual battle of like who's most iconic, Luffy or Goku, and I was like, Goku.
Yeah,
but for you,
because the transformations that Goku has undergone, way better. Anyway, that's going to be what we call it, because we are 4 minutes and 30 seconds past our time.
Yes, and once again, shout out to you all who came by and watched the video. Shout out to my partner here in Sylarh. He came up with this topic, and yeah, he actually has a lot more topics. He's more of the topic thinker.
I like to talk.
Me, I like to talk, but I'm more of like the, hey, let me just do the video editing behind the scenes and crack little funny jokes that I put in there.
All right, so your goal between now and our next video, which we will try and shoot for next Saturday or 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah.
We'll give it 2 weeks in a sense. Is we're gonna both need to rewatch all of Demon Slayer. Our next topic will be Demon Slayer.
You gonna have?
There's only like 40 episodes.
No, I'm talking about like, dude. Okay, guys. We're gonna extend this to 10 minutes. I allowed to get to 10 minutes because let's just talk about Demon Slayer, all right?
I have not watched the recent Hashira training arc. I have not watched it yet.
Okay, so
and the reason I haven't watched it yet is because like I'm attached to Tanjiro's voice and what's his name? I'm gonna forget it now. The board dude. Why can't I think of his name?
The who? Oh,
the board dude.
Inosuke?
Inosuke.
Yeah, there you go.
Inosuke. I can't get past, like, I tried watching it in dub or in sub, and like Inosuke's voice and Tanjiro's just don't grasp me the same way. But like in dub, Inosuke and Tanjiro, they're back and forth. Like they might as well be gay lovers at this point. They're fucking fantastic. I hope they wind up gay. And I'm a straight man telling you, I hope they wind up gay.
That's where I also saw on Twitter where people were shipping, and that's how Demon Slayer fans got really toxic too. But
he can't get with his sister.
So, anyways,
I'm okay with the lightning dude. I can't remember his name at this moment because I'm hammered at this point.
Yeah, he's been having a good day.
It's been a good day. I went to a Ren fair earlier this morning. I took a nap when I got back, and then I watched a whole bunch of League of Legends Worlds because Worlds is going on right now. And T1 versus TS was a fantastic.
Are they still playing right now?
They're not playing currently.
Is there any streams?
I mean, they're probably playing in the next hour.
Oh, I'll still be up. I work night shift, so I don't.
He's had 3 hours of sleep. Don't lie to you. He's gonna pass back out in 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's probably telling the truth because straight after work, I was cleaning. And then I got dressed and nice. I had to go hang out with friends because they was like, "Yeah, man, we haven't seen each other in a while. Let's all go hang out after work." I was just like, "You motherfuckers!" I was like, we've been here for 10, 11, 12, 13 hours in this damn building. I want to go home and sleep. But anyways, yeah, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer will be our next topic. We'll rewatch it.
That's actually one anime I don't mind. Love rewatching, including the movies. The Mugen Train. So he hasn't seen the newest season.
I've not seen the Hashira training arc.
Let's just say Ufotable Studios. Everybody's known Ufotable as probably, arguably one of the best hand-to-hand combat animation studios out there.
Yep. Without
a doubt. The only animation studio that I can even rival them is the people who do Fog Hill or Five Elements. Remember I told you to watch and check that out? A Kung Fu Chinese-based anime about the guy that's the sun god, fire god, trying to say.
I think you have, but I don't think you texted me the name of it, so I don't remember it.
Oh, okay. If you guys haven't seen that, go watch that. If you're a hand-to-hand combat type of action person, but yeah, Demon Slayer, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'll do Demon Slayer. We'll shoot for 2 weeks. We'll give us 2 weeks before the next podcast.
Let's just say, Gyome went stupid. Ufotable went stupid with the animation with Gyome. Oh, I don't want to spoil it for you.
I don't think Demon Slayer's ever disappointed in his animation.
I don't want to disappoint you.
The breathing techniques, how they slow it down, and it's like.
Yeah, here's the deal.
Fantastic.
I don't want to spoil it for him because, let's just say, I don't want to spoil it for him.
I heard it gets a lot better.
Yeah, because, okay, this is a spoiler. Okay, he's just going to get spoiled too. There's a part of the animation where Michael Jackson shows up. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Okay, I am. But Muzan with that white suit showing up. I mean, definitely was Michael Jackson. The author. I respect the author for that. Giving a shout out to Michael Jackson like that. Thank you. But anyways,
you okay?
you okay? Literally. But there was a part where
because the whole thing is going to be like he's trying to take over. He's trying to consume Nezuko so he can survive in sunlight.
Yes, and let's just say that he actually does that with all the tentacles coming out and attacking fast.
I will kick you in the nuts for spoiling too much of me.
Oh,
that's it. We're past click time. Have a nice night. Thanks for tuning into our anime podcast.